Hey, it's Terry with Tuesdays with Terry. I'm Terry Murphy, presentation skill coach and consultant for how to communicate to make you the rock star of your next presentation, conversation, address, whatever you're doing when you're communicating with another human. And today we're going to deal with something we all deal with. And that have you ever been misinterpreted? One of my favorite stories is Dr. Wayne Dyer in his third grade. He's in third grade and he overhears the principal speaking with his teachers. And what he overheard, keyword, was that he was a scurvy elephant. He went home and told his mother. His mother, rather upset, confronted the teachers and said, "How dare you call my son a scurvy elephant?" And they stopped and said, "Well, that's not what we said. We said that his many questions and his energy made him a disturbing element." That's funny, but misinterpretation happens every time. Whether it's you don't hear it properly, whether you're distracted, whether the communicator wasn't clear in how they communicated. Misinterpretation can happen in so many ways. So here's some things that might make you interested. Guess what? 11 million bits of data information coming to you per second. Human brain, conscious human brain, can only interpret about 10 bits of that. So we have to have some filters there. And you've got some other issues, like each person has their own internal map in here, and the other person has their internal map. And the words may not mean the same thing. The inflection, the pronunciation, the speed, the tone, all those things are going to affect how they get or don't get the message you intended. Now, here's what you need to know. Nobody's at fault. You can only do the best job you've got with what you have, and they can only receive how they receive it. It's how they receive the communication. So what can you do to make things better? Here's what you have to deal with. We've got values, we've got beliefs, we've got past experiences, we've got memories, we've got tone, we've got verbal and nonverbal communication. All of those things are going to play a part on how someone gets or doesn't get the message that you intended. And so here's a tip. It's nobody's fault, so you can't say, "You didn't understand me. You don't get what I'm saying." Now, come on, we've all said that. In fact, what we need to think about saying is, "I don't think I was clear. Perhaps I said something in a way that you didn't understand my intention." Come on now, words suck. I mean, at the end of the day, they can mean multiple things, especially in English. So let's take a word like fair. What's fair? Fair to you? Fair to me? Is it a fair? Is it fair tones? I mean, fair. How about Greyhound? It's a bus. It can be a dog, or it can be a cocktail. So words we can't depend on. What we can depend on is the intention of communicating to someone else in a way that they understand their way. And that can involve verbal, nonverbal, auditory, written words. We have lots of room for misinterpretation. The brain has to delete because there's too much information. It's only going to pull what's important or relevant to them in that moment. There's distortions of it. Again, we can say something fun like, "You're such a nut," or "You're so funny," or "You're so funny." It depends on so many different aspects of how this transmission happens. And then we have to generalize, because if we had an experience before, we're going to go back to that experience and say, "Well, it never worked," or "that has never been possible." So here's my tip. Go the extra mile and clarify. Did I make that clear enough? Because sometimes I might have gone too fast, or I didn't give you enough detail. Remember, you've got 4 behavioral styles. One group's going to want a lot of detail and some softness. The other group's going to want you to get to the point or make it faster. And with that, we have all kinds of room for misinterpretations. Just remember, it's no one's fault. Ask and clarify. Double check that when they repeat it back, you'll say, "Just so I'm sure I got across what I wanted, tell me what you think I just told you." At the end of the day, it's about clarity. It's about respect for the other person's style. It's never about fault. And it's always about wanting to be the best communicator. So you are irresistible and people feel safe. they feel value, and they feel heard. Because if it's safe, you're not accusatory, you're not making them feel less than, and you're making them feel important by asking and being sure that they understood what you wanted to say. Hey, join me every Tuesday for Tuesdays with Terri. Communication is a full-time job with eternal vigilance, and I'm here to help you. I've got a book, a little ebook called 10 Tips, how to make you the rock star of your next presentation with my compliments. Just email me at terri@terrimurphy.com. If you want a consultation on what you need or might want to improve on your own communication, I'm here to help you. In the meantime, have a good day and watch those misinterpretations, because it happens between husbands and wives. It happens at work. And oh my goodness, it happens in almost every communication we do. So do your best job. Be safe. Be wonderful. Talk to you next week.